Candlepin bowling is a New England tradition and a sport enjoyed by both girls and boys of all ages. Our show brings the game to the younger generation, featuring bright futures and brighter smiles. Hosts Dan Gauthier and Rob Taylor call the action on Candlepin for Kids. Candlepin for Kids would not be made possible without its generous sponsors, Oddball Sporting Goods, Paramount Industries, and individual donators like you. To learn how to donate, go to www.cp4k.com.
Greetings from Holyoke, Massachusetts at Fun Time Lanes for another edition of Candlepin for Kids, our 15 to 18 age group. Alongside Dan Gauthier, I'm Rob Taylor, the heavy hitters. What are you expecting?
Well, yeah, you mentioned heavy hitters. The boys in this, or men, are definitely heavy hitters. They both throw the ball hard. Our women, on the other hand, or our girls, throw it a little bit more accurate and a little slow. And from what we've seen in previous matches, the harder ball seemed to work better here. So this is going to be interesting contrast in styles. Looking forward to seeing it. Seeing if our girls can overcome that handicap.
So we'll see how they do. Let's meet the bowlers, shall we?
The champions, a pair of Fun Time Lane natives compared to a fireballer and our pro kid Candlepin for Kids champion. It's Haesaert and Kylie Josefiak. Their opponents, a girl glad to be back in the lanes having recovered from surgery, is joined by the Portsmouth singles champion. It's Lowell and Brianna Gendreau.
String number one underway. Kylie Josefiak on lane number 4.
False start, Kylie Josefiak could have to start calling.
And she has to like that first ball better than the one that she just threw. Brianna Gendreau, though. Little backdoor action. 2 single pins. Kylie's all over it. Some late hook on that ball.
Yeah, she always has had that.
Brianna answers.
Well, I think we already have an answer to my interview pre-match question. You know, what will win out? Will the accuracy be able to overcome the lack of action for a soft ball here? And yes, it will. 9 drops spares.
They don't call them the heavy hitters for nothing.
Oh, these two are tremendously accurate. Kylie
buries that pocket. Nice little spare leave to look at.
18-15, right out of the gate.
Okay, that would come up high, and it does catch her. Would have had to maybe a half-inch left, but I thought she was still going to take it.
Yeah, a little surprising. Once her ball broke left, it must have been touching the wall in just such a way that it rocketed right without carrying the 2 pins.
Kylie will take the 8. Brianna with a solid 10. Let's make this match a little bit closer.
Yeah, the 10 helps minimize the damage of, losing 3 pins on the fill. You make 2 of them right back up on the box.
Now, both of these bowlers are veterans on our show as Kylie hits the head pin again. Brianna, of course, bowled with us last season and several years before that. Kylie bowled a lot in the early seasons of the show, and then we saw her this year during the Pro Series special event, which she won with partner Haesaert because of marks like that one.
Yeah, she's been bowling tremendously this year. And this year, unlike, the past couple, she's not also trying to do basketball at the same time. She's been able to focus on bowling a little more in her schoolwork and seen some, better bowling to an already great bowler.
Brianna looking for another big out. She gets a solid 8. Kylie has her favorite bowler listed as Haesaert, who she bowled with on that Pro Series special.
With a little heart near his name.
Heart next to Haesaert, and then all caps Richie Myrick, underlined numerous times.
Local bowler.
Come on, work it. Brianna again just wide of the head pin. She has her favorite pro bowler listed as Corey Gendreau, her brother. Ooh, tough luck for Kylie.
That's a great ball.
Brianna giving this a run too. Tough luck of her own. Both of our girls were off there.
Brianna had a pin behind the 3-pin tucked in there, and it went right like we wanted, but once it hit the gutter, it never came out to carry the 10-pin. It just kind of stayed there.
Both of our girls do their job pinning a pair of 10s. So 52-43 thus far, with 2 spares that should have been.
This is the first time we've seen Brianna in a long time without crutches.
It's very true. Had to overcome a series of injuries, I believe. But she was certainly one of the better bowlers back a couple years ago before those injuries, and good to see her back on the scene again today. Kylie trying to reel in a spread eagle +1. 5 head pins for Kylie. Kylie with a solid 8 out. Brianna will look for an out of her own. decent 7. So 60-50 after 1/2 in favor of Josefiak, a 10-pin lead.
And that 10-pin lead, that you give your partner when you're looking at 2 bowlers coming up who've never been on the show before, the 10-pin lead can be big. It takes a lot of pressure off you right out of the gate. Our 2 contestants do shake hands here, show us sportsmanship before they start.
Both gentlemen new to Candlepin for Kids tapings anyway. Josh joined us last month at Pilgrim Lanes. This is Alex's first time here.
And Alex is a local, so he should have the crowd support behind him. Big kid, very big kid.
Josh, come on! Get over!
Maybe doesn't have the crowd support.
Well, Bogey brought a lot of kids, and they're vocal back there.
Alex just veers off the headpin. Josh with a single to shoot. His partner made the same single in her first box.
Take the shot!
Ooh.
Josh has done a little recruiting pre-match, asking me if I'd bowl with him in the adult youth. I don't know if he knows what he's getting into, but
He certainly doesn't, clearly.
told him, yeah, whatever kid asks first, sure, anybody wants to. Don't know why you'd want me, but there you go.
Whatever kid asks first, or whatever kid only asks.
I haven't done that in a while. It's 100% handicap out in Western Mass. He bowls out of Bogey, so we'll go give that a shot down there.
Alex Haesaert, the Chicopee native. Josh from East Brookfield. Alex qualified first today with a 328 triple.
Come on! Get over!
Big scores were tough to come by in our oldest age group today. A pretty shot by Haesaert. Alex had the 3 and then reeled it in.
Yeah, what a pretty shot. Right in the 1-2 pocket. Carried the 4-pin and somehow managed to make that 4 trickle down the 9.
Caught it perfect. Josh gave it a good try on his own. Unable to carry that last pin.
Alright, not bad.
Just misses for the 10. So
We're going to have to dig deep into the Candlepin for Kids Petty Cash Fund and buy some magic whiteboard eraser, I think, because the dry erase is leaving back some probably a little hard to read marks on the scoreboard.
If we have any sponsors from Windex who would be interested.
Or Staples.
There it is. Come on.
Lowell trying to find that headpin. He's been on it on that second ball. Haesaert, a little cautious on that spare attempt.
He was a little reluctant to let go of the ball.
And another good second ball from Lowell, unable to carry that last pin.
Yeah, his last piece of wood, it was moving fast, but it had so much spin on it that it looked like it was going right for the 5 and then slid by it before the spin caught enough friction to move forward. So it wrapped around instead of knocking it down.
So Haesaert stretching the lead that Josefiak gave him, 16 right now. Still a long way to go. Haesaert chunks 3.
There it is! Hammer!
Lowell's ball a little smoother, but it's not paying off right now.
Frustrating when you're having trouble finding that headpin, and then you do, and you get a tough 2-2 split to look at.
There's a lot of good side-to-side action here, though.
And if you could clip that wood, something could fly over a little too flush on the wood.
Yeah, when you're at a house, like Holyoke, like here, that has good side-to-side action, it gives you a little more leeway on those 2-2 splits. You don't have to split it between the 2 pins. You can actually go outside sometimes and get away with an off-the-wall shot that comes back.
Tough 7 for Josh.
Tough 7.
1 box remains for our gentlemen.
Yeah, then we'll be moving to a Smoke the Shoe segment. We have a different local pro that's going to bowl for me today. Earlier we had Brian Mayer, now we're going to have Richie Myrick.
Speaking of Brian Mayer, as Alex Haesaert gets a very tough leave. Brian Mayer is Alex Haesaert's favorite bowler.
Seems to be a favorite of very many of the Fun Time Lanes kids.
Haesaert just misses. Lowell now.
I think he's going to want to miss the front wood, don't you think, Rob?
If he does hit it, it'll have to go off the wall. Just left.
Take pace, Josh. All you gotta do.
And a very pretty out for Haesaert. Turns what would have been a tough fill, a tough box, to a very nice 10. Josh, as you predicted, wouldn't have been able to carry it.
Yeah, he was trying to do the right thing, just slipped by.
So after 1/2, A double-digit lead for Josefiak and Haesaert, but a lot of bowling left. Don't miss it.